There was a time being nice was not a problem, okay? But nowadays, when you're being nice, people take you for a fool, okay? Nowadays, being nice, you lose a lot from respect. Huh? I don't know why people translate niceness in a negative way. There was a time I was extremely nice, and I promise you, it didn't help in any way. It didn't. You know, when you're growing up, you're taught to be nice. But then when you become an adult, you realize it is not helping you in any way. People just want to take advantage of you. They think you're slow. Ama ushikanishi. So today I'm making this video to tell you, stop being nice, okay? And I'll give you a few ways how it affects your finances or your money. Stay with me. Hi, I'm Miss Maithathi and welcome to my channel. One of the reasons why you should stop being nice is because nice people finish last. You want to know why? This is because when you're being nice, you consciously or unconsciously put other people before you. Okay? I used to be like that. Okay? Especially when I became a mom. My daughter became first. You know, everything. It was just about her. It took me a very long time before actually I started putting myself first. And the moment I started putting myself first, she also won. You know, I was putting her first and she was just a child. There's only much you can do anyway. You know, there's a price you pay when you're people pleasing. It doesn't really matter who this person is or who these people are. The moment you stop prioritizing niceness, you start winning as an individual. Okay? So you finish last when it comes to achieving your goals. And the problem is, nowadays, people out here, if they see you're willing to throw yourself under the bus for them, imagine they'll allow you do it. If they see you don't love yourself, you're so eager to impress them, they'll sit back and watch you. You break your back. Stop being nice to people and start being nice to yourself. Okay? Prioritize yourself. Another problem with being too nice is people confuse it with weakness. That's why I said I don't know what happened. It is defined as you being weak. You'll be nice, people translate that is you not having boundaries. You're nice, people start disrespecting you. You're nice, people think you don't have standards. It beats me, but that's just how it is. And now you see, when it comes to competitive environments, for example, workplaces, families, clubs, when it comes to things like negotiations, and even in dating. When you're too nice, you're deemed weak. And this is where you'll find other people defining or understanding agreeableness. When you become too agreeable, if you're like a yes person, they think of it as you lacking boundaries. So what do? They overstep. They refuse to see it as kindness. They'll just see you have a weakness and they will take advantage of it. That is something you do not want. Another disadvantage of being nice is it won't save you from difficult conversations. You're just being nice. And you wanna know why? Because there's utajitetea. Huh? You're just agreeable, as I said. Huh? When the conversation becomes tough, you keep quiet. Just because you wanna be nice. You don't want to come off like you're rubbing shoulders with people. My friend, kitakuramba. You always finish last. So your opinions are just yours, uko ndani. You can't air them out. And this is because if you're a people pleaser, people pleasers out here will do anything just to avoid conflicts. They think it's a good thing, but it's not. So if there's issues, they fester. Right? Understand this. Directness, you being direct, not being nice, resolves a lot of tension, and in time it helps you build trust with people. Okay? Another thing, being nice or people pleasing, it destroys respect. Because, for example, let's give an example with myself. Let's say I'm out there and you're doing too much to impress me. Some way, somehow, I'll lose respect for you. Whether it's in dating, at home, in whatever scenario. When you try to please people too much, at whatever extremes or extents, it breeds disrespect. Okay? And this is because respect comes from fairness, yeah, clarity, and one being assertive. And remember, you can only be clear if you're not afraid of conversations, as I said. Sawa sawa. Not by always saying yes. Whatever you said, yes. Do this, yes. Jump, okay. You don't even ask how high. Imagine you become boring over time and people won't even want to hang out with you. And you know, normally, sometimes, a normal human being, we get bored very easily. Don't always be trying to smooth conversations so that the conversations can be pleasing, can look like you guys are not having any conflict. While you know whatever is being said, it either goes against your values or something like that. No. Speak your mind. If you disagree with something, say no. Whoever likes it, likes it. If they don't, so be it. Also in finances, it's not every time you're told something about your finances you say yes. Kitakuramba. Utaumia wewe. But anyway, let's continue. Another disadvantage of being nice, trying to always be the good person. You know that's a performance. And over time, it's exhausting. And most of the time, it's fake. Yeah? Because you can't just like everyone all the time. Kwani, who are you? Even God used to be so angry with people, and he would finish people in very weird ways. And we are made in the image of God. So that's why I tell even my friends, if you see me getting extremely angry, I'm made in the image of God. So you can relate. So this means when you keep suppressing your own emotions, your real emotions, every time, just to look like you're the good person, over time, you'll start resenting people, or it might backfire on you. You start resenting yourself. Especially when it comes to a time you know, ukichanuka. You'll start resenting yourself if you're not careful. Because people resent you. So when you're alone in the house, you're trying to figure out what the problem is. If you're not careful, you start resenting yourself. Talking of the exhaustion that comes with pleasing people. Where? Being nice is... Me, I hate it, by the way. You know, even when I'm out in crowds, me, I always feel my energy just being depleted. I don't like that. So what do? I'll run away. Okay? We can be sitting, a setup of like 2-3 people, 4 is alright. Okay. But now we go 5, 6. I don't have the energy for that. We cannot be seated there and we are agreeing all the time. Eventually we'll disagree and we'll start fighting and all that, because me, I'll speak my mind. Okay? So what do? If I feel like I really am you meet people who are difficult, I would walk away. But what I will not do is pretend to be something that I am not. For who? I will not do that. I will not do that. That is for someone else, not me. That's it. That's not my portion. I will not pretend. I don't care who you are. I am who I am. Right? So if you continue being nice to people, overly nice, you overextend your niceness, eventually you'll start passive-aggressive behavior. And these things happen unconsciously over time, because if you make that a habit, what do you think will happen? And then now when you have those kind of behaviors, we start avoiding you. Nobody wants to be. Even as a friend, I want a friend who will be real with me. If you're angry, tell me you're angry. Show me you're angry. But don't pretend. Yeah? I'm an adult. There's things I just know. So the moment I sense you're willing to, brush everything under the carpet, I just know something is wrong. And that's how I'll slowly start cutting you off. Another problem with being too nice is it invites manipulation. And this is because takers out here are actively looking out for givers. People are always looking for who to use. Hey, they will manipulate you. And kama umezubazuba hivi, utatumika vibaya sana. Utatumika vibaya. So takers are always looking for people who don't have limits. You're willing to do whatever. Yeah? And that is how you become a resource to be used. People will use you and dump you, use you for whatever, discard you. When they want better, they go for someone else. That's not something you want. So stop being nice. They'll never see you as a person who can be valued. So, you don't want to be manipulated. And another thing, when it comes to things like emergencies, you cannot afford to be nice. Okay? This can be things like high stakes situations. You cannot afford to be nice. And this is because when you're nice, it causes delays. It causes delays. And that's why, for example, you will see ambulances, an ambulance will move at a very weird speed that a normal person will not be moving with. Okay? If an ambulance is nice on the road, a lot of bad things would happen. Cases of death would increase. That's just an example, right? That's a very relatable example. Anyway, you being polite, being nice, will always stop you from speaking hard truths. Mama, truths that can help you in your life, in your finances. Just because you are polite at work, it will stop you from acting decisively, especially when it matters the most. You will lose a lot. Okay? You will be on the losing end every time, just because you're polite, you're nice, you don't want conflicts, you love peace. Peacekeeper. Why? Go get a job at the UN, you become a peacekeeper, like for real. But in person, don't do that. Stop trying to be a good person. Okay? But I'm not saying don't become reliable, No, be reliable, be honest. Sawa sawa. Be a very fair person. Okay? But stop being nice. And that's why you'll see strict people, most of them, they are fair, they are honest, and reliable. They don't come off as nice people. They will not try to impress you. Okay? And this is because niceness is just a performance. Huh? Tell us, are you on stage? And we don't know. Because we don't even remember paying for any tickets to come watch you perform your niceness. Stop being nice. Okay? Integrity is sustainable and it earns genuine respect for you. Okay? Not niceness. Now, let me tell you how niceness or being too nice backfires on your finances and on you personally. As I said, they finish last in general, right? And this is because they prioritize other people's comfort, growths, whatever, over their own. So this means they will always be exploited in competitive environments. This is where niceness is confused with weakness. Lack of boundaries, not kindness. It won't save you from difficult conversations. You know, even asking for a raise is a difficult conversation. Okay? As I said, when you're buying something, purchasing something, and you want asking for a discount, that's a difficult conversation. People pleasers avoid conflicts. So issues just fester. You'll buy that expensive thing and you'll always carry resentment in your heart. Always complaining, oh, they overcharged me. Why did you speak up? Directness, not niceness. It will help you resolve a lot of tension. It will help you save a lot of money. And it will help you build trust with people. Okay? In business, in your workplace, at home, whatever. People pleasing won't make you earn people's respect. As I said, respect comes from you being assertive, not from always saying yes, not from always being agreeable. Takers will always look out for givers without limits. So it affects your finances because, number one, you'll always under-earn. Okay? And this is because you're always afraid to negotiate salaries. You are always afraid to negotiate a raise or even freelance rates. Because, according to you, you don't want to seem difficult. So, you being nice makes you leave money on the table. I don't know which formula that is, but it's a very stupid formula. Because the result is you leaving money on the table. Monthly, annually. For how long can you do that? Stop it. Stop being nice. Another way, you find yourself overspending on others. I gave myself as an example. I never used to put myself first. Every nice thing, my daughter. Okay? And my relatives. I always came last. Where? I'm glad I opened up my eyes. So, saying yes to dinners, gifts, loans, or these group trips that are all over the place that sometimes you can't even afford. I know. That's you spending on others, not on yourself. Why do I have to get someone a gift and they never got me a gift? Nowadays, we live in the world of you do me, I do you. Okay? It's that simple. Okay? If on my birthday you didn't give me, forget about don't even expect anything from me. And that's on period. I will not take up a loan for anyone. Yeah? If I want to go on a trip, I have to plan it myself. Okay? I will not go on trips that I can't afford. Another way you lose money is when you're paying for drinks. For example, for your workers, or even for some of your friends, your family members. And then you run out of money because of politeness. You will lose a lot. Another way you lose money by being nice is you lending money that you never get back. So you can't say no or enforce repayment terms. Remember, you don't like conflicts. Your money, you don't like conflicts. You must be a billionaire. And soon you're going to be a millionaire. This can also look like you forgiving debt. Someone owes you, but you forgive their debt because you want to avoid awkwardness. Remember, losses compound over time. Okay? Kiboko chako, kimotoni. Another way you lose money is you pay for convenience fees and poor terms. So you won't haggle bills, you won't cancel subscriptions, or even dispute charges. You're always accepting high interest rates or late fees just because you're trying to avoid making a scene. Find me, I'll teach you how to cause a scene without feeling embarrassed, especially if you're fighting for your right. Reach out. Okay? You really need to change, because this your niceness will kill you. Kill you. I'll find ways on how niceness will kill you, and then I'll make a video about it. Yeah? Another way being nice affects your finances is you get easily trapped in bad financial partnerships. For example, co-signing loans, weird joint accounts, or something like shared leases with people you know very, very well. They are very unreliable. Again, because you couldn't say no, or you can't say no. For example, Aki, you know someone is an addict. Either it's gambling, alcohol, drugs, and you open a joint account with this person. What do you expect? You think you'll find that money there? You will never. You will never. My grandmother once made that mistake. Oh, this is a personal story, but it might help someone. He opened an account with a member of a family who is an addict, alcohol addict. He has a drinking problem. One day she got up and went, she was banking with, okay, I won't mention the bank. She went to withdraw some money. She was told there was nothing in the account. She felt they had to bring a chair for her to sit, because, of course, you'd want to faint, but sometimes fainting will tell you, I'm not with you. You have to feel these emotions. She sat down and she asked, where did the money go? And she was told, the guy you opened the account with withdrew all the money. Yeah? Those are the kind of prices you pay. Okay? For such bad, for bad partnerships. Because you refuse to see the real picture. Because you refuse to have the serious conversations. Because you can't say no. You want to believe everyone is good. You want to believe everyone will change, or everyone is like you. No. Okay? The moment you stop thinking everyone out here is like you, you stop being nice. I'm telling you, me, I've been nice for quite a long time. And I will be honest with you, it has not helped me in any way. People will just take advantage of you, thinking you're stupid. The moment I realize that, because I would get so angry. I'm just like, I'm being nice to you and this is the thanks I get? Cut you off. No time for explanation. Not doing that bullshit anymore. So it's also high time you also stop being nice. Okay? Sometimes you just count your losses and move on with life. Yeah. So anyway, back to what I was saying. You co-sign or you open a joint account, and then the result is no funds, or if you guys are unfair, these people even take loans that you can't repay. Debt that you didn't create because you can't say no. Well, the price of being nice is very high. Very, very high. You also find yourself in instances where you don't invest in yourself. That's another disadvantage. That's how it affects you financially. You don't invest in yourself. Yeah? Because you're investing in other people. You're always spending money to please other people. It's like you're not a human being yourself. You don't want to be pleased. Let me not be too hard about this, because me, it's like I had forgotten myself. So you find yourself pleasing others instead of building something like savings, or even putting some money in investments. This money just goes out to other people. Nothing out for retirement or paying even some money to learn a skill. That's how you end up losing money. Financially, it has a negative impact. This can also look like you prioritizing gifts for someone over your own, over building something like your emergency fund. No. Start investing in yourself. And the only way you can do that is, imagine eventually you start saying no to people and they won't like it. Especially if they're used to you being, you kissing their, they will have a problem with you. But be ready for it. Never have a problem because someone doesn't like you. Whatever. There's billions of people in the world. What is it? Me, I'm at a point I got to a point in my life where I really don't care if someone likes me or not. Imagine that's your business. You go figure it out over there with your shadow. I have my own life to live. I'm too busy to think about why someone doesn't like me. Already, just even talking about it, I'm tired. So if you don't, stop being nice and start investing in yourself. Okay? Last but not least, you find yourself staying in underpaying jobs. And this is because loyalty. I'm loyal. I'm those kind of people who am loyal. So loyalty and fear of confrontation keeps you in the same level, the same place, in roles below market value. Me kwanza do you know there's stupid kind of loyalty? Kuna loyalty mtu tu atakwambia hivi, you're like chini ya maji, you're a mumu, but you can't tell them. You just look at them and just like, oh, okay, you're loyal. Where? In this life, everything has 3 sides. Up, down, and the side. Okay? Stop looking at things one way. That's how a lot of people get lost. So the definition of loyalty, whatever loyalty is, people go and redefine these things. As for fear, I can't help you. You have to figure it out that by yourself. I can't help you stop being afraid. Maybe you will even die being afraid. You never know, unless you decide you want to change. Change is constant. Anyone can change. That's the beauty of it. Anyway, so you stay in jobs or in roles below market value. Meanwhile, assertive peers job hop for 20 to 30% raises. But you're just there. You'll never grow financially. You'll never move. You'll always be stagnant till eternity. Okay? You'll always be there. And the only person to blame here is yourself. Okay? Because, people pleaser. Remain there. Lastly, being too nice, you miss out on things like side income. And this is because you won't ask for things like referrals, doguria. You won't promote your services, because you don't want to look like you're greedy or you're like a nuisance, yeah? And you won't collect owed payment, because you don't want to rock the boat. You love peace too much. You and Thayo, you and peace, Mwedi Thayo. Yeah, you love peace more than us. There's a price to pay for everything, That's another thing about life. Whatever you choose, imagine. Just wait for the consequences. And when their consequences arrive, Abu, imagine, light up a fire and, sit there and enjoy the consequences. So you miss out on this side income. Leaving money unclaimed just to avoid bothering people. You need to learn how to become a bother. Tagadu. You need to disturb people. For your own growth. Especially when it comes to finances. You will rock that boat. You better learn how to rock that boat. Yeah. Just know. Niceness. You being nice all over the place is a performance that costs you real Kenya shillings. If you use dollars, it costs you real dollars. Dollars. Back to what I was saying. It costs you real euros, Kenya shillings, dollars, naira, whatever currency you're using. Don't you think that's an expensive performance? But you see, integrity plus boundaries, now that equals higher lifetime earnings, lower losses for you, and most of all, financial self-respect. My dear, I come in peace. But you have to stop being nice. Okay? For your own good. Whether you're a woman or a man. There's a video I made. I said we left niceness for, we're only nice to children, to kids. Because they're still learning. If you're not nice to a child, they might misinterpret it. Their brain is still developing. Other than that, don't be too nice. People will use you as a doormat. People will run over you. No mercy out here. There's people who like it when you can't say no. There's people who love it because you don't have a boundary. Because they know things I cannot do. I will make this person without a boundary do them for me. And that's why nowadays a lot of people find themselves in a lot of problems. Why? Because you couldn't say no. You wanted to look like you're nice. I want this person to. Also, that hunger to be wanted, to be accepted. For what? As long as the world accepted you the day you were born, what else do you need? Stop overdoing these things. If people, I tell my daughter, even I tell myself, think of the world's population like as 100%, right? Let's split it in just, for example, just 3 categories, okay? And look at it like this. I used to tell her this when she was young. I still remind her, you'd be very stupid and naive to think everyone likes you or loves you. That's impossible. Okay. So take the 33.3%, 33.33 whatever percent, the people who don't like you. It doesn't matter if they have a reason or they don't have a reason to like you. They just don't like you, period. You should be okay with that. The other 33.33% is people who don't give a damn whether things are going well for you. Whether, they are just there. Whether you die, whether you live, they just don't care. Okay? They don't hate you, they just don't care. And then now the other 33.3% are people who maybe like you, maybe would vouch for you, maybe would prefer you, like that. The moment you look at it from that angle, you'll stop being so hungry for validation, for people's validation. of people's acceptance. Okay? Accept there's people who will not like you. Okay? Accept there's people who will like you and you've not done anything for them. It is just natural way of life. But by all means, stop being nice. Be yourself. Okay? Just be fair. Be respectable. The rest will just fall in place. But these shenanigans of trying to be too nice to impress, it will cost you. And as I said, it will cost you in form of money. Yeah? And unless you don't want to make money, then it means I'm not addressing you. Well, that's it for us today. I hope this made sense one way or another. I really hope so. If it didn't, it's still alright. It's still alright, you know. You can't get through to everyone anyway. Yeah. But let me know what you think on the comment section. Okay? Let me know what you think on the comment section. How? Yeah. It's getting rather late. I need to figure out other things. Well, I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.